Happy Thursday. I am a little bit early today. I've got some things to take care of this afternoon, so I'm here and the plants are here and always you guys, and we're just gonna do some, maybe a little bit of pepper defoliation today. Check if our tomatoes rooted. If they have, we're gonna get them in our second bucket system. It's gonna be fun, you guys. So the last few days I've had my eggplant seeds, so we're getting ready to have the second bucket system in full swing. What's up, Pro Pyro? Good morning. You are always the first one here. I appreciate you so much. I hope you're having a great day. How are you doing today, Pro Pyro? Oh, and you've got #1 with a crown beside you. So I see that there's like a fan leaderboard now for lives, which is really, really cool. What is up, the School of Crop? Happy Thursday, everybody. So today's live is a little bit earlier than usual. I do have some things to do later, but I was just saying that we are trying to get the second bucket system in full swing, trying to get it filled with all kinds of good stuff. And we started some eggplant seeds a couple of weeks ago, and well, I think last week or maybe a week and a half ago, because they are taking quite long. So we started some eggplant seeds, and I had, rather than using a heating pad like a normal person, I just used the grow light underneath the sprouting tray as a heating pad, which was a big mistake because I don't typically use that light. I actually forgot to automate it, and so my plants weren't, the light was on overnight, and so my plants didn't get a proper night's sleep, or they didn't get the opportunity to properly photosynthesize after I don't know, 3 days. My hair looks straight today. Hey, yeah, well, it's because all you people were making fun of my split end. No, I'm just kidding. Just decided to switch it up today. Enough with the crazy, and just keep things more calm, you know. But it is really humid in this grow tent, and so I know sometimes I could look like a freaking psychopath with my hair, but I don't care, and neither do the plants, because they're still growing. So anyways, so I'm telling you guys about my eggplant seeds. So because I left them cracked, or the humidity dome cracked, and they were on a makeshift heating pad. What's up, Ray Cassis? And good morning, Les the Tomato Whisperer. Thank you for joining. So because I had the humidity dome cracked and the tray on a heating pad, the seedlings completely dried up, and or the seeds, well, I thought they dried up, and then yesterday we were able to, so that happened 2 nights in a row where I let my germinating seeds dry. So yesterday I told myself, okay, don't turn that light back on and use the heating pad, because then you're going to forget to automate it, or you're going to forget to turn it off again. And so I actually didn't turn it on last night, and I came in this morning and I was nervous that the seeds, I was nervous that I screwed up their germination process, cycle, or whatever you want to call it, and I didn't. I have a great update today. They are sprouting. So I don't know if a drought stressed them out and now they're sprouting, but not all is lost, you guys. So yesterday, I'm not gonna lie, the vibes were pretty low. What's up, Mia Lifestyle? Happy Thursday. Thank you so much for joining, you guys. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna check if we've got some roots on our tomato cuttings, and we're gonna get them into the second bucket system. Things are really starting to fill up in here, so I am really excited to get to share it with you guys. So yesterday I had a rough start to my day. I know they're just seeds. I know it's not a big deal. I know I have some plants already in the grow tent that, you know, I shouldn't get upset over things like that, but I do. And I got actually very frustrated with myself because things are going so well and I'm so hard on myself. That's like one of my main qualities. For those of you that know me, I am my own worst enemy. I'm extremely hard on myself, and I was beating myself up all day yesterday. And to be able to come into the tent this morning and see that my seeds are actually sprouting was like, it was such a relief. Cheers, you guys. By the way, I rewatched yesterday's live. Ay, 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 my face. You guys, what's in the mug? In the mug is some coffee. Yeah, yesterday, I don't know what happened. I accidentally exited the live, and then when I came back, where's the llama? I don't know. That's a great question. You let me know when you find it. Yeah, so I accidentally exited YouTube while I was in the middle of the live, and I went back into it, and the stream didn't end. The stream was going, but it like triple zoomed in on my face. So sorry, guys. Sorry you had to see that, but hopefully that won't be happening today. I guess we got real up close and personal yesterday. LOL. All right, guys. So without further ado, I'm gonna just have another sip, and then I'm gonna show you guys what we got going on today. To be honest, it wasn't that people that up close. I actually looked super creepy. Junkyard Grow says, you're always so happy. It's very refreshing. Thank you so much. And I don't even take happy pills. It's my plants. They honestly just high on life when I'm in the grow tent. Oh, okay. So Dr. Puffs a lot and Les know each other. Okay, got it. I was like, what, llama? You let me know when you find it. Style says, gonna find it and screenshot it. Please don't. I rewatched yesterday's live like 4 times, and I was like, oh God, should I delete this? This is horrible. I look horrible. But you know what? Whatever, man. Who gives a crap what I look like? This place is all about having fun, no judgment, experimenting, and it's all about plants. So nobody gives a shit about what I look like, except when it zooms in 10 times on my face. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna need another sip for that one. All right, guys. You are so funny. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Always a good time. You know, I never worry about anything with you guys because we always have fun. So this is what I wanted to show you guys. This is what I've been losing sleep over several nights in a row. But check that out. They are, I don't know if you guys can see, Dr. Puffs a lot. Welcome. Thank you for hanging out. You came for the perfect time. We are doing a tent tour, so I'm going to show you guys what I got growing on, and thank you to all of you guys that tuned in. I appreciate you. All right, so our eggplant, we've got 3 different varieties, and as you can see, they are all slowly but surely starting to sprout. So I've definitely got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that's it. So I made it sound like I had way more, but I don't. But whatever, it's better than nothing. So I'm very glad about that. So there we go. Orange Tower, I'm like, oh God, it's zoomed in again. Orange Tower is kind of looking messy. I've been harvesting every single day. I will be harvesting some more before I leave today. I'm actually going to go visit my grandma and bring her some fresh flowers from my garden and some fresh lettuce. So that'll be exciting because I always love doing that. Oh, thank you so much, Les. Appreciate you. You guys honestly make this community awesome. So I really appreciate you. So we took some tomato cuttings in hopes of getting some roots. Nothing here yet. There's a couple around back that do have some roots. So everything's looking really messy here, you guys. This is all gonna get harvested. No, it doesn't have a brand name. I just ordered it directly from a manufacturer in China. So we've got our kale, we've got some parsley, some basil, all kinds of stuff here that's got to get cleaned up. I harvested for the first time from the yellow tower yesterday. I have yet to try my homegrown curly parsley, so I got to try it yesterday and it was wonderful. I had, I don't know, I just call it a cheeseburger salad. When I'm in a pinch, I just take some ground beef, garlic, onions, seasoning, and cook it on the pan, and then I make a salad with like a Caesar dressing, and I have like some avocado on the side. I put the meat beside the lettuce, throw some cheese on there, let it melt, and then I've got all the fixings on my salad, including some chopped parsley over the ground beef. So this parsley came in handy for that, and it was perfect. So I really, really excited about that. What else? Green Tower. Look at this. It grew even more since yesterday. It's so big. I can't get over it. This is just regular leaf lettuce. This is probably what I'm going to end up bringing some for my grandma. She loves, oops, I just ripped this off by accident. So you know what we're going to do? We're just going to eat it. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. That is so good. Wow. Yum. Oh my gosh. Yummy. You know, that is some darn good lettuce. So yeah, this is the regular leaf lettuce. I've got some romaine growing. I'm so excited, you guys. I'm so excited. And because it's been so cold in the grow tent, the romaine isn't bolting. It's actually growing normally like it should, which is cool. Cool. What else? We got some blush or oak lettuce. That's sorry, guys. Welcome, Death Squad. Welcome, everybody. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I hope you guys are having a great week so far. The vibes are high today. The garden is thriving, and I'm just really excited to show you guys. So we just finished showing you guys the towers. I'm going to show you guys what I discovered this morning. So I have my first bell pepper ripening, and it is just, honestly, I can't get over this yellow. It's so bright and stunning. I'm already starting to get color in my garden, but this is very bright, and it's a very firm pepper. This is going to be so freaking good. I'll probably just slice it up and have it in a salad. So what I wanted to show you guys is, remember I told you with peppers, once they stop to change colors, it means that they've stopped growing in size. And so ours kept growing in size to the degree where I was like, what is going on? Why aren't they ripening? So these ones have not begun ripening yet. However, well, neither has that one. However, check that out. Now, I don't know if you guys can see through the crappy camera quality, but we've got it. I think it's going to be a red one. But I don't know if you guys can see right here, we've got some color starting to develop. So, yeah, we're going to have a pepper harvest very, very soon. But yes, a little bit of blush, if you will. So it's either going to be a red or maybe orange. This one has not started yet. So we're going to see what the others are going to be. I've got, again, just a ton of jalapenos. I don't know what I'm going to do with them all. You guys send me your ads. I'll mail you guys some. So yeah, these are called early jalapeno peppers, and we were talking about this yesterday. I don't know if early spicy. Death Squad, you mentioned something yesterday that the early variety could potentially mean spicy, or I don't know. I forget, but you guys let me know if you know anything about that. Is it deep water culture or recirculating? So some people say that this is another form of deep water culture, but it is recirculating. It's a Dutch bucket system. There's the reservoir, and there's a small reservoir of water in each bucket, and the misting nozzles come on every minute for 25 seconds. There they are. And once this reservoir reaches a certain, like once it gets full to a certain point, then the water recirculates through a center column in the middle there, and then eventually it comes through the water return back into the reservoir here. So I've got peppers, tomatoes, cucumbers, strawberries, melons, all kinds of stuff. So we're gonna go around, I'm gonna show you guys everything else. So the poblano peppers, again, they're only 3 inches right now. I have to wait till they're like 5 to 6 to harvest. Oh my. I'm gonna have to add another foam collar on here to help support it. So these are whoa. Do you guys see that? It is so top heavy. I'm gonna get another foam collar. Hang on, you guys. Where did I put my tripod? Am I losing my mind? Oh. I couldn't find my tripod for a second. I'm gonna get another foam collar and just shove it in the net pot, and it's actually gonna help support the plant. Now, if I can only find a net pot, I'm gonna just use, or not a net pot, sorry, a foam collar. I'm just gonna use this one right here. I'll just flip you guys around. So I often use, because I don't have a trellis on this side, and also the plants are kind of short, sometimes I use a second foam collar to help support the plant. And I just really jam it in the net pot. These are neoprene foam collars, and they're amazing. They are my grow medium. I don't use clay pebbles if I can help it. All right, so there we go, makeshift support. So hopefully that'll do okay. But I did it for my bell peppers over here. As you can see, they're like tipping over. And so hopefully that'll help you guys. What's up, Brian? Thank you so much for joining. Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. How's everybody doing today? Death Squad says, I had to string up my peppers this week because they're also too heavy. Yes, honestly, I've never had this problem because usually the plant gets so big and the peppers stay so small. This is the first time I've had this problem, so it's a good problem to have. I'm not complaining. I hear something rattling though. Woo! Just gotta make sure these lines are connected here. So, okay, so I have a problem here. I think there's some arcing going on because it looks like that's not connected. I don't know if you guys can see. This is the pump for the buckets, and there's like a connection point where it's completely melted. So I'm gonna have to take some pliers or something and crimp that so that it's properly connected. I don't know how that happened. Probably bumping it as I'm walking by and distracted and showing you guys stuff. Anyway, so those are the poblano peppers. Tomatoes, doing great. I harvested some more yesterday. I've been eating them every day and they're so good. I'm still trying to figure out the best time to harvest them. These are tricolor tomatoes, and we just pruned them a couple days ago below the light, and look at this. Like, what the heck? They're growing like crazy, you guys. So I definitely am really excited about those. I just got to figure out also how to make them bigger wire gauge. Good idea, Brian. Yeah, I do need to figure out how to get these tomatoes to ripen faster. Cucumbers, you guys, I'm so excited. Check it out. So yesterday I showed you it was the size of my finger. I mean, now it's exceeded the size of my finger. It is turning into, now it's like a baby cucumber. It is one of many. I've got 2 up there that are properly pollinated. Look at these, you guys. They're growing every single day. Yes. Cucumbers. Look at that. If you guys are new to this channel, I have had the biggest challenges with indoor cucumbers. Now, as you know, cucumbers, they have male flowers and female flowers, and so when you're growing indoors, you actually have to hand pollinate. And I've hand pollinating, and up until now, I've never gotten cucumbers. And it turns out my nutrient levels were off. The flowers weren't producing pollen. Therefore, the hand pollination I was doing wasn't having any effect on the plant because I wasn't transferring pollen. And so now, yeah, Brian says only plants. Yes, that is the joke around here, you guys. It is like, rather than OnlyFans, only plants, because you make your plants have sex. That's what I have to do every morning. So I did it this morning. We'll do it again together today so you guys can have a good laugh. And I also am gonna have to do it with my strawberry plants. So cucumbers are doing great. I'm really proud. Right here, I mean, these are probably gonna go with me to my grandmother's today. They're gonna go bye-bye. She loves flowers, which is part of the reason why I have this whole flower garden, is just I love to share it with her. That's our thing. And so these are our zinnia flowers that came from these aeroponic plants here. I mean, look how big this one has gotten. It is huge. So the ones outside are even twice the size. They're so big. So Plant Hub, LOL. You guys are so fun. ProPyro is going to be in charge of starting the page up, and then I'm just going to up the videos. So those are our zinnia plants, and I've got my dahlia plant here. Again, I've never grown these aeroponically. I took also a cutting and put it in the bucket system just to see how they do. Now, these grow as tubers, and I wanted to see how tubers would do in the aeroponic system. And look at that, you guys. Tuber is officially forming. So I'll be able to harvest this tuber and plant it outdoors next year, which is pretty exciting. To last forever as long as you store them properly, and then you never have to buy seeds. So that is very, very, very exciting for me. There's the other one here. Oh my. This one's some kind of like root rot or something. I don't know. I also, for the longest time, Death Squad says, holy crap, those strawberry leaves are massive. Yes, we are getting there. I'm going to show you guys. But a lot of the times I feel like I have root rot, and I've been reading a bit, especially about the fertilizer I'm using. It could be the fertilizer that discolors my roots. So, you know, all this time I'm trying so hard to have the perfect roots, but it could actually just be that it's dark roots, not from root rot necessarily, but from the fertilizer. My first successful aeroponic strawberry plant. I don't call it successful yet because we still don't have strawberries, but I pollinated this one this morning, and we have, so before this cluster of 3 flowers, now 1 of 3 opened, and there's an additional little flower growing. So there's 4 total, and then here we go. Is it growing, you guys? You guys were here yesterday. Do you feel like grown since yesterday? You let me know. I'm not sure if it's drying out. So with cucumbers, if you don't hand pollinate properly, they kind of shrivel up like this one right here. See how that one's all, I can just pick it off actually and show you guys. See how that's all shriveled up? If we didn't hand pollinate the strawberry properly, that's what's gonna happen. So I'm really unsure. What do you guys think? He's hiding right over here. You think it's good? Can I take pictures of it already and show everyone that I have my first aeroponic strawberry, or should I wait and make sure that it's legit? You guys let me know. And then we're gonna pollinate that flower up here. I just use a paintbrush. It's not smaller, it looks the same size. See, it's bigger, I think. I don't know, we'll see. I added in some fertilizer today, more nutrients, so we'll see. Those strawberry plants have grown really quick, says Les. Absolutely. So now we've got a total of 2 roots on it. So yesterday we opened up this root ball. We saw that it rooted, so we're going to be able to cut the runners and transplant it as its own plant into the bucket system and separate it from its mommy. And same with this one, as soon as it gets roots. So soon. But I like going like this. The leaves are just so pretty and so lush and so green. And we've got so many new ones unfurling. I don't see any other flower clusters. That one cluster is the cluster that keeps on flowering. So we'll see what's gonna happen with the rest. Watermelon! Dude, it's getting bigger and bigger every day. So now it's just like, it's still like a golf ball, I think. But yeah, man, it's getting bigger and bigger every day. I'm so excited. And this one, it's looking smaller, even though it's not. It's just because the other one's getting so big. So I don't know what's going to happen to this one. Maybe us pruning it helped it. So we will find out. This little guy hasn't really been growing. And I forget what Les said yesterday. I think you said chop the lower one off so that the new one can thrive. So if you can confirm that, then I will do that today. Dun, dun, dun. Our first Chinese 5-color pepper starting to ripen. Look how sick that looks, you guys. Look at that bright yellow next to the vibrant purple. Oh my gosh, so freaking beautiful. I love this plant. So we're gonna get 5 colors at once. This is gonna turn orange, then red, and you're gonna get an array of on the one plant. These are spicy Chinese 5-color pepper plants. And our second one is just right behind here. And it's like, I don't know, twice the size. It's not producing as much as this one. So I don't know. It is producing. It's just taking longer. So I don't know, man. But it's massive. So this is like where the canopy is. I think that's what you, right? Where the leaves are. This is where the canopy is of the first pepper plant. And this is the second one, right? So I don't know, I would say maybe half a foot difference in height, which is, I mean, they were planted at the same time. So crazy, 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 crazy. I'm really, really excited. Oh, you guys. So chat's asking me if they're spicy, and they're trolling me because I accidentally broke a pepper off when I was pruning. And you guys made me eat it, and I did, and I'm glad I did because it was freaking great, and it made for some great content. So I'm going, oh, I caught myself before it's too late. I forgot. Brian says different phenotypes. I don't even know what phenotypes are, to be honest, guys. Pro Pyro says garden justice was served. Yes, absolutely it was. We did nothing of the sort. Yeah, you guys did. And then the next day, I broke a jalapeno, and you guys did the same thing. Oh my gosh, I think it's just really humid in here because my tweezers have also completely rusted. Damn. It's like twins. They can be identical or they cannot. Oh, interesting. Cool, cool, cool. Good to know. Good to know. Oh yeah, second bucket system. Les says, I wasn't here, I saw it in the video. Oh, okay, so when you say you did nothing of the sort, I believe you now, because you weren't involved, but you may as well have been. All right, so second bucket system posted an update today in my shorts of the cantaloupe and watermelon, and now I have that song stuck in my head. It is such a good song. It's such a vibe for the summer. If you guys don't know what song I'm talking about, go watch my short for today. So these are my cucumbers. We transplanted them last weekend, not last weekend, the weekend prior. So we're almost at the 2-week mark. Saturday is going to be 2 weeks. So we've got one row here and one little row here. And got roots. Got some nice roots. This one grabbed to the trellis already. Got some nice roots. I accidentally this leaf stuck in the bucket, so whoops. But yeah, cucumbers are doing great. Eventually they'll all grab onto the trellis. The tomatoes are just insane. Like, they've grown so quickly already. We got some nice roots. You guys remember I completely broke the root and I was just like, all right, pray for me. Hopefully it works out. Well, here it is. So that is pretty freaking awesome. These are our melons. So I think these are the honeydews right here. Honeydew, organic, non-GMO honeydew melon. And these are organic, non-GMO cantaloupe. They're called Hearts of Gold cantaloupe. I've never heard of that variety, but I mean, sounds like it has a heart of gold. Little baby roots. Cool. And then this is our propagated tomato cutting. I actually broke the root, but I was like, you know what? F it. Let me try transplant and just see if we end up getting roots. No roots yet. It's still alive, but it's not doing great. So I don't know if we're going to leave it in there. And then, so today I really noticed a difference in our little bell peppers. I've got 8 of them and they're really coming along. I'm pretty excited about them. My other bell peppers here that are more mature were stunted in the early stages, and so I'm trying my best to adjust the nutrients and learn from what I did the last time in hopes of not having them stunted again. I don't know why everything's so rusted, but you can clean off rust, right? So, is it that humid in here? I'm just gonna check. Maybe it's too humid. I mean, it's only 65%. I don't think that's crazy, but yeah, steel wool will do it. I'll deal with it later. It's not a big deal. I'm not using tweezers now. So yeah, guys, I took the foam color off of this to use for my peppers. So this is our strawberry cutting, just a test to see if we can get roots without, roots after separating it from the mother plant. And we do have roots growing at a very slow rate, but it's taking quite a bit of time. So we'll see what happens. I've also got some tomato cuttings here, waiting to root, and then we're going to transplant those. So I'm going to grab, I think I have 2 tomato cuttings that are ready to be transferred. I'm just going to go check them. I'm going to put some gloves on just because I touched a bunch of that rust. So tomorrow or this weekend, we're going to transplant the strawberries. What else are we going to do? Maybe our eggplant will be ready to transplant. I don't think so, but I don't know what we're going to do this weekend. But tomorrow's Friday. That's exciting. So maybe we'll start some new seeds. Maybe that's what we'll do tomorrow. I'm going to go get my cutting. I'll be right back. Alright, so these cuttings are looking really pathetic. I have, what's up, Danilo? Hi from Sweden. Well, welcome from Canada. Thank you for joining. We've got some Netherlands in here. Isn't that close to Sweden? So we've got a few roots, but knowing me, I'll probably break them through the transplanting process. And then here, we've literally got one sole root there, but I have so many cuttings that I'm just going to push it. Like, I'm going to transfer them. If they die, they die. I just want to make things happen as quickly as possible. The second bucket systems are themselves. So I'm just going to get a tray to work on, and I'm going to get started. Oh my gosh, you guys, my outdoor garden is insane. It is getting destroyed by Japanese beetles. You guys know what those are? They're insane. I can't get rid of them. I gotta, like I said, what? Are you kidding me? As soon as I took it out of the net pot, the root broke. Look at that. So I'm actually gonna just put it back in the tower and let that continue to grow. Now, don't F this one up, Natalie. Those roots are so baby, so we're gonna see how it'll do. I mean, now because I've got stuff growing, I have the luxury of just kind of being able to do whatever and kind of experiment. Have you tried spraying neem oil in the evening / early morning? I'm seeing that has been working the past couple of weeks for me. So I do use Lost Coast Plant. I use it every morning at like 6 in the morning. So the plants have a few hours before the sun comes up, or before the sun, like the Lost Coast Plant Therapy dries before the sun comes out, because I know you're not supposed to spray when the sun's out, but it doesn't deter Japanese beetles. They are insane. They like, when I sometimes I get so irritated that I actually directly start spraying them with a spray bottle, and I'm, oh, get off my plant. And they have these like legs. I was gonna say paws. It's not a dog. They have these like legs that they wrap around the leaf, and they like peel the side of the leaf. It's insane, man. These, I tried to flick them off. I get them off. What's up, John? Happy Thursday. Thanks for hanging out. So yeah, if you guys have any tips, tricks for Japanese beetles, because they are up in my rear end, and I heard that there's something called Beetle Max, but it's actually illegal in Canada. Diatomaceous earth for beetles. Okay, I've heard about that. Don't know what it is. Don't know how to use. Going to have to look it up. BRB, gonna go get a net pot for our tomatoes. What's up, Pyash? I'm great. How are you doing? Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Today is a bit of an early day, just because I got some stuff to do this afternoon. All right, so I don't know if this tomato is gonna survive. I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna flip you guys around and show you about one root that we're working with, but I don't care. Whatever. We're gonna push it. We're gonna see, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It's totally fine. There is our lonesome root. So if I can keep that on there and not break it off, then we should be good. However, I gotta be extremely careful because they're new roots. They're so fragile. All right, so I did not break it. It is sticking out. It is just wrapped around there. So as long as this is sticking out, I think it should be able to uptake whatever it needs to uptake. I mean, we'll see, right? We'll see what happens. I'm gonna gently put some hydroclay in. I'm so scared to, well, they're just clay pebbles. Hydroclay is the brand name. I'm so scared to rock the boat. I have that song stuck in my head. My goodness. All right, so that should be enough. I try to put enough hydroclay to cover all the openings because you don't want any splash on the top of the buckets. So we'll see how they do, guys. I mean, plants are very, very resilient. It might need like a week or two to bounce back. So there it is, looking super rough. And there's our sad looking baby roots. Hopefully that'll be enough. Death Squad says DE is great, but it does all clumpy and gross when wet, so that is the only caveat I've had with it. Oh, wow. Les the Tomato Whisperer says, I'm just going to call it DE, works great, but yes, water affects it and has to be reapplied after. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know anything about it, but I've had multiple people on these lives recommend it. So we've got our sad and pathetic tomato cutting. And talk to it like that. You are beautiful and you will survive. I'll make sure of it, little baby. I should have cut this off, but whatever. We're gonna leave it. I don't want to rock the boat. We're gonna see how it does. This one too. We're just gonna leave it. What's up, Gauged Grower? Thank you for hanging out. So I just finished telling Gauged Grower yesterday that I'm going to be relying on him for some pepper recipes because I got peppers and this guy is the pepper guru. Also the cannabis guru. Everyone go sub to Gauged Grower's YouTube. Well, and Instagram too if you want, but go sub to their YouTube channel now. But yeah, all those bottles. So that was to set up the second bucket system. I'm still running off of one distiller. I do not have an RO system. I need to get one. I don't know what kind to get, what brand, and I'm not very much of a researcher. So the answer, you guys, you let me know. Question, does the plastic leach chemicals onto the food or is it food grade safe? What's up, Ryan? Thank you for joining. So it is food grade safe, but there's always things that are going to leach into your water, especially these plastic bottles that I'm using. Once the water gets distilled, I use the plastic bottle to store it in. And, you know, the towers are plastic, the buckets are plastic. I'm sure that something maybe leaches into it, but it is food grade. But you can never be too sure, right? There's always contamination that can happen or leaching that can happen, microplastics. So I really don't know the effects. They can't be worse than tons of pesticides and tons of crap that I'd be consuming if I were to purchase from the grocery store. So it's like a lesser of two evils, but it's not to say that it's a completely like clean or foolproof way of growing to make your food exceptionally safe, if that makes sense. So yeah, Gauged Grower, I am running on one distiller. The output is 4 liters every 3 hours, and I just gotta every 3 hours the only time I'm not making water is when I'm sleeping. And even then, sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm like, I need water. So it is a challenge for sure, especially when I had to set up my second bucket system. I needed 72 liters up front and I couldn't keep up with making enough water before my other systems were running out. So I actually had to go buy 36 liters worth of distilled water. And now I've got so many new bottles, but we were able to fit the second bucket system up. And now that I have the initial startup, now I just have to maintain and continuously fill. So that is what I've been doing, and it's been okay for now, but I don't know if I'll be able to clean it. I want to get maybe another tower in here. I still have quite a bit of room for more stuff, and now I'm like addicted. I need more plants. Peppers here too. My brother has a buffalo sauce business, lots of hot stuff. Les, share the name, share the link. We are all happy to support your brother's business. Well, I'll speak for myself. I'm happy to support a business, and judging by the conversations that we have, Les, it sounds like they'd be clean ingredients. So I'm definitely interested in trying. So let us know. Drop down the link or the name so that we can all go look it up and support it. Ryan says, thank you for answering the question. I don't think plastic leaches unless it's in the hot summer sun. I doubt there would be any plastic leaching unless it's the summer sun intensity. Luckily, everything's indoors, so it's not too hot because it is summer. This tent is in my home, and I do have the AC go because it's been so freaking hot that my tent is freezing now. It's 72 in here, which is really cold. But under the lights, it's 74 to 76, depending. So it's a little bit challenging. In a sense, it's okay because the outer parts of the tent are cooler, which is great for the lettuce because they are more of a cool weather crop. Otherwise, they bolt, and then the flavor changes. Gaged Grower says, as long as you clean your lines and rinse them out thoroughly, the plastic doesn't really affect anything. If the plastic isn't good quality, you see the colors start to fade, especially under the light. So yeah, no, I've had a few grows with these buckets and no colors are fading. The towers are, they're pretty heavy duty. So I think we're in the clear, you guys. I think we're safe. What is up, Jay? Thank you so much for hanging out. This tent is a 200 square foot grow tent. Because I'm using my front camera, everything is reversed, okay? So if I flip you guys around, I think you'll be able to see it properly. I'm not sure. I've had some issues with the streaming backwards, but apparently that's a YouTube thing if you use your front camera. So I've got 2 grow towers on this side. So right here is just a 4x square. So I've got 1 grow tower here, 1 grow tower there, 2 Dutch bucket systems with various different things growing in them. So it's 20 buckets per system. And then I've got another grow tower here. I've got a little seedling station here. I've got a little workstation here. And then I've got my lemon seedling there. And so this is where I enter the grow tent, right? And so if I enter, look to my left, I see the seedling station, the orange tower, and then I look to my right, and I've got the yellow and green tower, and then right in front of me, I got the... So that is the orientation of the tent. It always frustrates me when I go back and watch a live, and I'm like, no, that's not how the tent looks. This is backwards. But that's okay. I'm not going to worry about it. Ryan says, an ultimate food production grow tent for sure. So that's the goal, you guys. Obviously, it's not like a farm or anything, or, you know, anything commercial, but the goal is to grow my food all year round. And so in order to achieve that, you know, go big or go home. I have all these systems now, and I'm starting to learn how to grow a bunch of different things. And so it's been a really fun journey. And I thought, you know, every time I have to come do work in the tent, let me go live and hang out with you so that I can share the journey with you. There's a lot of questions that come with going indoors and growing aeroponically. And so I like that I can either answer them or talk to you guys, and we can either figure it out together, or sometimes you guys have the answers and I don't. So it's an awesome community. It is so much fun. And yes, Death Squad, these are actually, so the brand Bato, B-A-T-O. So they're actually, they're legit. They're meant for growing food. Yeah, guys, so I actually said early on that these live streams, ew, I got some hydroclay in my coffee, gross. I was like, ew, what is that? We're gonna pollinate our strawberry in a second. I always say that, or I used to say that these live streams are gonna end once I reach 1,000 subs, but I've been having so much fun that I don't want them to end. I'm gonna keep on going because we have a great time, and honestly, kind of holds me accountable to come down here every day and pollinate and do some other stuff. And plus, I enjoy connecting with you guys as always. So thank you guys for hanging out. I'm guessing you have a PAR meter and different parts needed for different foods in order to save electricity. Yeah, so I have a pulse here. I still am trying to figure out how to properly and effectively use it. Oh my gosh, it's tangled now into the... so this kind of monitors everything for me. I still have to learn how to do a light spectrum test. I forget what the actual technical name for it is, but I still have to figure that out. Yet it's just been busy that I have to actually set aside maybe 20 minutes and just figure it out, and I haven't yet. So the time will come, maybe this week, and that's what we'll do. So we have our strawberry flower here. The outer little bits are called the, what are they called again? The stamen. So those are the male parts that actually produce, so the anthers produce the pollen, which are part of the stamen. And then the center dome-like part is the pistils. So that contains the ovary. And so you have to pretty much just move the pollen around from the outer stamen to the pistils. Ryan says, the pulse is the ultimate tool to have, like the best grow tent tool. Absolutely. You got, ever since I got the pulse and I have the ability to monitor from not even in the tent, and just to be able to really hone in on the environment, my garden has improved significantly, and I haven't even really learned all the features yet. So that's going to be really cool when we start to dive deeper into that. Still not seeing pollen on these, on the paintbrush. So I don't know if I'm doing this right. What is up, Mayor of Budtown? You came right on time. We are pollinating our strawberry. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. I appreciate you. Happy Thursday. I hope everyone's having a great day. Oh, you guys are hilarious. Pro Pyro funny. So yeah, I'm just moving the pollen from the stamen to the pistils, which is that center dome part. So there's these outer little thingies that are called the stamen, and that little thing at the tip is called the anther. That's what produces the pollen. And so the goal is to move the pollen from the anther to the pistils, which is this dome-like part, which eventually becomes the strawberry. So I don't know if we've pollinated it correctly. We have to fertilize the pistils. So I think I see a little bit of pollen on here. I do this multiple times a day just to make sure I've done it correctly. Thank you so much, Dr. Puffs a lot. Appreciate you for hanging out. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate all of you for tuning in, even if it's just to say hi. You guys, so there's the other one that we pollinated. I don't know if it's successful. It does look like a baby strawberry. So actually, it does look bigger today, right, guys? Maybe it grew since 20 minutes ago when I showed you. Anyways, yeah, pollinating is definitely hard to tell, especially with certain plants. The pollen can be like microscopic, so it can be challenging. But yeah, we're gonna see. Hopefully we can get the other flowers to open. There's 3 flowers attached to this right here. It's like a little cluster of 3 of them. So multiple flower interactions is the most effective when you're hand pollinating a strawberry. So this dome will become the strawberry. So if you pollinate successfully, when petals fall off, you'll have just the leaves and then that dome part, and then it'll look like this. But and then pollinated it correctly, it should continue to grow, and then eventually it will develop in color. Because I'm new, this is a new experience, I'm not sure if we did it correctly, but we will see. And for those of you that are new here, welcome. And we have root balls on our runners on the growth nodes with a sponge to try to root the growth node so that we can separate it from the mother plant and fill the plant ports and just multiply the crap out of this strawberry plant. Look at the watermelon, you guys. It's so big. It steals the show. It is so big. Holy crap. And it's like perfectly round. Ryanson says, how do I deal with spider mites or any mites growing plants indoors? Mites can get bad indoors. Mites love strawberry plants and fig trees. So I actually had thrips in here, and that was because I brought strawberries that were outdoors in soil for like years. I brought them inside, and I got thrips all over everything grow tent. My Yes, Mayor of Budtown, that is a sugar baby watermelon. Yes, it is gonna be sweet, I hope, fingers crossed. I'll keep you guys posted on that one. But yeah, I had thrips all over the grow tent, and so now I am so careful. I don't treat it like a lab, but I try to be extremely careful. I always change my clothes before I come in here. Yes, shower, wash my hair. If I'm out in the garden, I always have to make sure, like, brush your hair, you've got nothing in there, put it up, change your clothes, wash your hands, put some gloves on. I keep the area around the tent extremely clean. I never leave the zipper open, and I have, well, for mildew and stuff like that, I do also have an air purifier. I'm constantly pruning, and Lost Coast plant therapy has just become a regular practice in my garden. Once a week I spray it. I've got nothing else going on, but I learned my lesson the first grow. My first time ever doing this, I had thrips everywhere. My pepper plants were like, the peppers lit one day, and then the next day they were like, it's like they imploded, or I don't know, I guess thrips are sap sucking. So that was a brutal experience, but you know what, it had to happen because no idea about pests. I had no, like, I've never even grown outdoors, right? So I didn't understand the challenges I was about to face, and so now I have a very clear understanding. And yes, I have filters on the intake fans, and I also have the exhaust running on low pretty much all day just to make sure, but that doesn't really help with pests. I do have some of the sticky sticks for fungus gnats. We have a lemon seedling in soil, and I do have challenges with overwatering sometimes, because that's the one thing in this tent that is not automated. But other than that, I do the best I can. Another important thing is nobody else is allowed to come in this grow tent other than me. You know, I've had friends come over, or even family, and they're like, oh, can I come see your tent? Can I come hang? And I'm like, you can look through the window, because there's windows. But other than that, nobody goes in this grow tent. Where is my air return? Do you know what your CO2 levels are? I do if I check my Pulse app, but that would involve me having to exit my YouTube. So actually, you know what? That's what we'll do tomorrow. I'm gonna figure out, I'm still trying to wrap my head around all the data that comes with it. I'm not a very technical person, and yeah, so I'm gonna get all those facts, like, well, obviously the temperature, the humidity, the CO2, the light, like the PPFD. I'm gonna gather all that information and kind of just talk about my environment tomorrow. That's what we can do. But yeah, I don't know what CO2 levels are until I check my app, and I haven't been paying attention to CO2 because I don't really understand it, to be honest. When I tell you guys I'm new, I am new. I'm learning, and eventually I won't be able to say I'm new anymore. We will figure that out. But yeah, I'm gonna gather all that data and we could talk about it tomorrow. I think there's a way of doing like a green screen thing too on the live. So I could just actually probably pull up a screenshot of that data and we can talk about it. So that'll be tomorrow's live. We'll get a little bit more technical, and I might not know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to rely on you guys for some help and support because, again, I can't believe that I can even just grow these plants. You know what I'm saying? So when I got the Pulse, I'm like, okay, this is a tool I need. But now I'm like, okay, I gotta just figure it out because it's really a game changer. It's really going to help me make this garden reach the ultimate potential. I just need to learn how to properly use it and what it can offer. So thank you so much, Mayor of Budtown. I try to, and you know what? It's just consistency and perseverance. I've gotten knocked down so many freaking times in this grow tent. Like, this is my third time trying cucumbers. I have killed over 20 cucumber plants and never gotten a cucumber. I've been doing this for 2 years. I've had this full system and I've never had one cucumber. And now all of a sudden, I'm here every single day. I'm working really hard. I spend all my free time in here and I finally have like 10 cucumbers growing. So hard work pays off. And even if you don't know what you're doing, keep at it. Don't stop. Even if you feel like it's intimidating or it's a learning curve and you want to give up, don't. because once it gets uncomfortable, something big is waiting on the other side. Arrow is difficult, so I give you the credit for doing it. You see, I feel like soil is difficult, but thank you so much, Death Squad. You guys are so awesome. I appreciate you. For those of you that don't know, Death Squad shared with me a sweet picture. I forget what the plant was. It's a flower, and it's like a freaking tree, and you have it in a crappy system, but that is so cool. So I give you just as much credit. I give you all just as much credit. Whatever you're growing, wherever you're growing, and however you're growing, it's just fun to connect and chat plant, you know? I love it. I can't get enough, to the degree now when I catch up with old friends. I have a very small circle, but when I do catch up with friends, they're like, so what's new? And I'm just like dying to talk about plants. Like, well, I've got a watermelon, I've got cucumber, I've got strawberries, but they're so not about that life that I can't talk about it because they're gonna think I'm freaking mental. So I'm really glad that I have this space to talk to you guys about it, because if you guys know, you know, when you have people in your life that don't, and there's nothing wrong with that, but when you have people in your life that don't really understand plants, or you know, the journey that you're on, the journey that gardening kind of takes you on, they just think you're some kind of like hippie, crazy, whatever, you know? So when people are like, so how's it going? I'm like, oh, you know, plant stuff, but they don't really know what that means. And then, you know, once in a while they see some of my garden on Instagram and they're like, holy crap, you did that? I'm like, yeah, this is my life now. So my life has severely changed, you guys. Mayor of Budtown says, heck no, teach them as you learn and it will teach you more. You know what? I find that my mind has expanded so much, and I'm not trying to put myself on a pedestal or anything, but that's what plants will do to you. It will expand your mind, whether you resist it or not, it's gonna happen. And so now that my mind has expanded so much, I'm able to see how close-minded people are, and they just don't get it. They're like, oh yeah, I have a garden outside and blah blah blah. And man, you don't get it. Do you know what food sovereignty is? Because that's what I'm trying to achieve. So I'm a very intense person, and if people don't get it, I just don't want to talk to you about it, because I could go on and on and on and on for days. Like I said today, I have no problem carrying a live by myself because I can't shut up about plants. So this is a great space for that. But yeah, you guys are awesome. I love that we can chat about this stuff and exchange some ideas. So yeah, tomorrow will be more of a technical day. I will do my best and learn as much as I can about the pulse. And it's been like, it's been overdue. I should have done this a while ago, as soon as I got it. And I've been intimidated, actually, so I haven't gotten into it, but I will tomorrow. Mayor of Budtown says, to everything, my whole life changed with plants like 4 years ago. Me too. I mean, I liked to drown myself in work because that gave me a sense of purpose, you know, working in the corporate world. I had a lot of friends. I was very, very social. I was constantly going out and doing stuff, like going to restaurants, going with friends, and I was just constantly out and about. And then as soon as this garden happened, it was like I just felt an immediate pull to these plants. And I'm not really, there are some people out there that are constantly in search of learning. They always want to learn, and I've never really been that kind of person unless I'm really passionate about something. And I don't know how it happened. I've never gardened before. I've never even had like a house plant before, but it just happened. And now I've changed completely, like completely. I am patient, I'm responsible, I'm more mature, more consistent, much more knowledgeable, much more open-minded, much more of a critical thinker. It's like, I don't know, man, I don't even recognize myself anymore. I can't even connect with the people that I used to anymore, because like I outgrew them. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but sometimes that happens. Like, plants make you grow, there's so parallels to life lessons, and it's just crazy. I can talk about this all day. Delta Bravo, love gardening. Well, then I'm glad you're here. This is a good place to be. Ryan says the grow tent must be like living in a spaceship, traveling to a new Earth. Yes, it is my freaking spaceship, and love it. And I love that I get to share it with you guys. Ryan says, in case I missed it, ever-bearing or June-bearing? And what kind of cucumbers are those growing? Space Saver cucumber outside. So the strawberries are ever-bearing. They are called Albion strawberries, which based on my brief research is the best variety to grow aeroponically. They continue to grow. It's kind of like indeterminate versus determinate when it comes to tomatoes. Strawberries ever-bearing, they'll constantly produce, whereas June-bearing set fruit once, and then that's it. Death Squad says, same, this past fall I got into plants. Too late to decide, but I spent winter doing research, planning, and learning about indoor plants. Death Squad, never be able to tell that you just started. Like, wow, your plants are incredibly impressive. Good job. Really, really good job. Morgan, what's up? Good day to you. Happy Thursday, and way to go to all of us. Delta Bravo says, I have some severe anxiety and depression, and gardening is my therapy. Yes, me too. So not so much depression, but severe anxiety. And, you know, I went through some stuff in my personal life the last year or two, no, the last 2 years. I've been going through some stuff in my personal life that I never thought I'd go through. And I was like lost. I had no sense of purpose. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I just wasn't in a good place, and this garden, it like saved my life. It changed my life. It's just Krogan says, yeah, they're like your children. Absolutely, they are like my children. What is up, G4T? Happy Thursday. G4T's also got an awesome garden. Ryan says aeroponics is super difficult due to reasons. Water chiller changes can happen instantly in water culture. Absolutely. And so I'm just learning about that right now. And you know what's pretty cool is now I have, and I'm not saying this to like brag, I'm saying this because I'm excited that I get to help people. But I've had a couple people reach out to me about different things, and they're like, hey, I'm doing aeroponics, and do you think this is right? Or what do you think this is wrong with this? And I'm like, me? You want my advice? Wow. So even though I don't know much, I'm learning more and more as time goes on. And see, I don't find it challenging because I have nothing else to compare it to. I mean, yes, I find it challenging, but I find it much less challenging than my outdoor garden. My outdoor garden, I'm like, why can't I look at the roots? Now I have a habit of being able to not only assess the top of the plant and the leaves, but I can also assess the roots to see the problem down below and catch it prior to anything else. Death Squad says that's great. People are starting to look up to you, asking for help. Well, I don't know if they're looking up to me so much as the only resource that they could find. Even when I try to look for aeroponic information or aeroponic answers, it is challenging. There isn't a lot. I mean, there are a lot of people out there. It's just, you got to go looking for the information. You got to go searching for it, right? So it's kind of exciting that people see what I'm doing, and they like what I'm doing, and they ask questions. I love being able to answer the best I can and share information with you guys, because, I mean, no slight to soil. So, you know, soil is the basis of gardening, but this is a different way, and I'm excited to bring it to you guys. Not like I created it, but you know what I mean. Show you guys the application and how it works, and the different challenges and the different lessons I learned. And maybe one day, if you decide to grow as well, hopefully it might help you guys. Ryan says, I think there's a solution to algae and problems like that now in aquaponics. Actually, you're doing aquaculture as in fish. Yes, so you know what's so funny? G4T says, your smile is addicting and it looks great. Thank you so much. That's gonna make me smile even more, you guys. By the time I'm doing these lives, my head is gonna explode because you guys just inflate my ego. Stop it. I'm just kidding. I appreciate you guys so much. You guys 10 times more awesome. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, thank you, G4T. I appreciate you guys so much. You guys are so great. But yeah, I forget what I was saying, but I was saying something. Garden Geek says, hey, it's Mayor of Butttown. Look at my garden when you get a chance. I will. Should I check it on Garden Geek? Is that your main page? Everybody go sub to Garden Geek. Yeah, guys, and if ever you guys want to hop on a live with me, show your garden, show some off, let me know. I'll send you a link and we can go live together. This is a community. I'm not here to steal the show. I'm just here to hang out, make friends, learn some stuff, maybe teach some stuff, whatever it would be, man. It's just a good time, and I really appreciate you guys. We always have a good time. So tomorrow will be great. You guys are holding me accountable to learn the pulse. Ryan Henson said, nutrients are you using? Just curious. I use advanced nutrients when I tried hydro. Oh, that's what I was saying. Okay, so first I'll show you. So I've got GH. This is the CalMag. It's called Cali Magic. This is the Bloom, the 47. So my plants that are currently flowering are on the Bloom. So this bucket system right here, these guys are on the Bloom. 1.75 mils per liter. This I use 1 mil per liter. In my second bucket system, I'm just using that half the recommended amount to start. So this is 0.5 mils per liter. And then my towers and my second bucket system are on the grow. So when they're in veg, this is what they get. And I just incrementally increase it. And when they're in flowering, they get the Bloom. I use High Clean to keep my lines. I use 3% hydrogen peroxide before adding in anything, and I let that circulate for a few hours just to help with the root health. But yeah, does the indoor growing raise electricity prices really high? I mean, yeah, it does. It does add to the cost of electricity for sure. They are LEDs, so it's not a huge impact, but I do need to do like some kind of cost breakdown and do a video to show you guys the range in cost to have a setup like this or similar to this, just to give you guys more insights and clarity on how to get this set up yourself if you're interested. But yeah, it is an investment. It's not free, and it's not, I mean, it's not like, it's not breaking the bank, but yes, it is investment, and it's a long-term investment. However, I can't put a price on knowing what you put in your body, and that's what I'm after. You know, now they've got tons of stuff, right? Like spraying shit, even stuff that's organic is heavily sprayed. So nowhere is safe, you guys. It is it can be scary to think about when, you know, everything you're trying to get in the store is either sprayed with something or processed. Or Ryan is asking how many hours lights on and off. So right now my schedule is 14-10, 14 on, 10 off. For seedlings, it should be 12-12. So my second system technically needs 12-12 right now, but because the stuff that's actually giving me food right now should be on 14-10, I've left the whole tent on 14-10. So it might impede the growth rate a little bit of the plants in the second bucket system, but we'll see. I'm trying to see how things work when I start things incrementally, I guess, for lack of a better term. So, you know, I have things at different stages. I have a tower with seedlings. I have a tower with extremely mature stuff. I have a bucket system with stuff that's already flowering for a while. And then I have a second bucket system full of seedlings. So it's tough to try to, like, even with nutrients and temperatures and water temperature and all that stuff and light intensity and even the height of the light, right? With my seedlings, the light should be lower, but I can't lower it now because I've got all this other stuff. So either creating a different layout so that different growth stages are easier to accommodate, or you just average it out and see if it works. And that's kind of what I'm doing. Like, plants are pretty adaptable and resilient that I haven't had any issues so far. So, well, I mean, I have had many issues, And it could be the reason for a lot of the issues I'm having now, even realizing. So we'll find out. But it'll be fun once I start introducing cannabis in here. I've never grown it before, and kind of getting the itch to try it. I wonder if you grow light for something like cucumber, would be better if the light like hung vertical parallel with the cucumber. Oh, maybe. I mean, I could always try it in a grow tower, like vertical lights like this, you mean? The cucumbers seem to be doing okay though. I've got, Ryan says future gardening like it's 2025, 1965. LOL. So yeah, we've got, somebody asked about the varieties of cucumbers. Sorry. For those of you that don't know me, my brain is like boom, 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 squirrel. So if you ask a question and I skip over it, I will remember it eventually, so stick around. This variety here is a straight 8 cucumber. They grow 6 to 8 inches, and they're good for pickling. I've got a few others growing here, which is crazy. I've never had so many cucumbers on one plant. I've never gotten one, which is wild. And then these are Armenian cucumbers, great for pickling. They're long and skinny. Oh no, Fellis. And I have lemon cucumber. They look like lemons, taste like cucumber. And then these are salt and pepper cucumbers. So they're like kind of like a cucumber, and they've got like these black specks on them, which looks like pepper. So that's, I guess, where it got its name. But yeah, I'm gonna share more with you guys obviously as we start to get fruit and stuff, so that'll be really exciting. I can't wait. I got so much to share with you guys. I can't wait. And I've got some really, really exciting stuff that I haven't seen done yet in aero or hydroponics. So we're gonna be growing some cool stuff in here, guys, and I'll be one of the first to try it, which would be awesome. But what I was trying to quickly say before was I had I needed to get a quote for something, and I had a guy come quote something for concrete, and he was like, oh, do you need help lifting this before I go? And I said, no, I'm good, I'm strong, I'm a gardener, and I can lift, like I can carry weight, so I'm good. And so he was like, oh, you garden? What do you garden? So I said, well, you probably don't know what this is, but have you ever heard of aeroponics? And he was like, are you kidding me? Aeroponics? I'm heavily into aquaponics. And he started telling me all about these setups he's designed and how he's heavily into aquaponics. G for T, yeah, strong like bull. Yes, Delta Bravo, I do have tomatoes growing. I'll show you in one sec, but you know, my face lights up when I connect with somebody. I call it out in the wild, like, you know, in the real world, that share passion for gardening, but like hydroponics, aquaponics, aeroponics, it's so rare to me. So yeah, that was so cool to be able to connect with someone on that level, and now we're like friends. So I'm like, wow, I love fellow growers. You guys are all awesome. So before I go, I'll just show Delta Bravo my tomatoes. So these are, I've got 9 cherry tomato plants. It goes all, we've got tomatoes. They're all at different stages. Death Squad is asking, when an evening stream with Ogo again? Well, guys, tonight at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, come hang out with me and Andrew from Ogo. We're going live. You guys are going to want to come hang. You're not going to want to miss it. Probably going to play a game, which is always a good time. So you guys should definitely come hang with us. All right, guys, that's it for today. I gotta go visit my grandma. Oh, the G Mama grows. That's so funny. As I said, I gotta go visit my grandma. Somebody said, somebody has the username G Mama. What is up? Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate you guys. Ryan says, dang girl, good job. Your indoor garden is on point. I learned how to grow plants by growing cannabis. Cannabis industry has done wonders for the whole growing community as far as growing any plant. Well, that is great. I'm so happy for you. I definitely hope to learn cannabis one day, but for now, I'm gonna stick to food and try to master that. And thank you guys so much for hanging out. Thank you, G Mama Grows. You came at a perfect time. That was so funny. You guys have a wonderful day. catch me live with Andrew tonight. We're gonna have a lot of fun, and you guys are awesome. Again, I appreciate you all, sending you all the most positive vibes, sunshine, all the good stuff, you know? We'll see you later at 7:30, and if not, tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern time. Bye guys, thank you again, see ya. Oh, whose channel? My channel, Fresh Princess, 7:30 p.m. back. Thank you so much, Mia Lifestyle. Thank you so much, Les the Tomato Whisperer. Thank you, Pro Pyro. Thank you, G4T. Oh, I wish I can list all of you. Thank you, Squad. Thank you, G Mama. Thank you, both Ryans. There's 2 Ryans in here. Thank you, Bogan. I could go on and on and on. I hope I didn't miss anybody, but you guys are all awesome. Peace.